Ever had trouble with your clothes dryer? It may seem complicated, but with a little knowledge, you can solve the problem on your own. Today we're peeling back the mystery of the clothes dryer, tackling common issues and showing you how, with a touch of patience, you can become your own handyman. No need to call in the professionals or spend an exorbitant amount on replacements. You've got this, and we're here to guide you. Ready to dive in? First, ensure your safety. Before we start, remember, safety is paramount. Always unplug your dryer before starting any work. Now you might think that's a given, but you'd be surprised how many folks forget this simple step in the rush to get things done. An unplugged dryer is a safe dryer, and trust me, you don't want to grapple with an electric shock when you're just trying to fix a minor issue. Next up, gloves. A good pair of work gloves can protect your hands from sharp edges and keep them clean. Plus, they give you a better grip on your tools. So don't forget to suit up before you dive in. And lastly, keep your work area tidy. A clean space is a safe space. You don't want to trip over a stray screwdriver or step on a rogue bolt. Keep your tools organized and your workspace clear. Now that you're aware of the safety measures, let's identify the problem. Identifying the problem is the first step in any repair. Is your dryer not heating, not drying clothes properly, or making strange noises? These are common issues that could be telling you something is amiss. Without heat, your dryer is just a giant clothes tumbler. If it's not heating, you could have a faulty heating element or a problematic thermostat. On the other hand, if the dryer is heating but the clothes aren't drying properly, it may be due to blocked vents or a broken blower wheel. Now let's talk about strange noises. If your dryer sounds like it's hosting a rock concert, you might be dealing with worn-out drum rollers or a loose blower wheel. Each of these problems, while common, requires a unique approach to resolve. It's like solving a puzzle where the problem is the clue and the solution is the final picture. Once you've identified the problem, it's time to gather your tools. You don't need a garage full of tools to fix a dryer, a few basic ones will do. To get started, you'll need a trusty screwdriver and a versatile wrench. A multimeter is also handy to check the electrical components. Of course, if any parts are worn out or broken, you'll need suitable replacements. Remember, the right tools make the job easier and safer, but they're only as good as the hands that wield them. With tools in hand, it's time for a closer look at your dryer. Now it's time to tackle the problem head-on. Remember to follow along closely. First up, let's handle heating problems. If your dryer isn't heating up, the issue could be with the heating element. To check this, you'll need to locate it first. Most times, it's located behind the back panel of your dryer. Once you've found it, use your multimeter to test for continuity. If there's no continuity, then it's time to replace the heating element. Just unscrew the faulty one, replace it with a new one, and you're good to go. Next, let's talk about drying inefficiency. If your clothes aren't drying properly, then it's possible that your lint filter needs a good cleaning. You see, a clogged lint filter restricts airflow in the dryer, which leads to longer drying times. So, first things first, remove the lint filter. It's usually located at the front of the dryer. Now clean it out with a brush or your vacuum cleaner. Once it's clean, pop it back in, and you should see an improvement in drying times. Lastly, if your dryer is making strange noises, then it's possible that there are loose parts that need tightening. Listen closely to pinpoint the source of the noise. Then, open the dryer and inspect for loose screws, belts, or other components. Use your screwdriver to tighten any loose parts. Sometimes a worn-out or damaged part might be the culprit. In that case, you'll need to replace that part. Don't worry, it's not as daunting as it sounds. You can find replacement parts from the manufacturer or online. Just make sure you order the right part for your dryer model. Once you've got your replacement, just swap out the old part, tighten everything up, and say goodbye to those pesky noises. And there you have it. With patience and a bit of effort, you've fixed your dryer. Remember, a well-maintained dryer not only works better but also lasts longer. So, don't hesitate to roll up your sleeves and get a little hands-on with your home appliances. You'll be surprised at how much you can achieve. Troubleshooting and fixing your clothes dryer isn't as daunting as it seems, right? We walked through identifying the issue, assembling our tools, prioritizing safety, and ultimately solving the problem. Remember, with a bit of patience and the right knowledge, you can tackle almost any household repair. Until next time, happy DIYing.